Hi everyone. Let's continue the discussion summary of the books. In the last part, we have seen he was scheduled to get a meeting and he was called after 1 hour, and he was furious and he was emotional about the rich dad treated him at the time. Then the rich dad told him that this is the way the life teaches you. I've just from your first day I was trying to teach you think that every person like you will be furious by getting low wages and working for more hours and getting less salary. So they will complain that they don't like this job, and of course they can complain, but they will think that quitting this job his problem will end. By quitting this job he think that his problem will over, but by taking new jobs, but more money will not solve the problem. Okay, that's what rich dad want to teach him. He told him that life is the best teacher of all. Most of the time life doesn't talk to you, it just pushes you around. That each pushes life is telling you that wake up, I want you to learn something. Okay, so most people do, most of the people just let the life pushes around them and they move on, and some of them fight, but they fight against the wrong thing. They blame the other people for their deeds, that you are responsible for my suffocation and you are responsible for my struggle, for my problem. And a person blame his spouse and his boss and anyone else, but it didn't see the problem. That problem lies within himself. It didn't see that. You just start trying to blaming others. That's the most people do. And what other people do is they take it as a challenge, life pushing. They let the life push him as much as it can. He tell the life that let come on, I'm waiting for you to push me around. Okay, so that I can learn. These are people who need to learn something, and you are will to learn something and do something different thing. Okay, so this is the way rich dad is lesson of making more money to a 9-year-old robot. And if you are a kind of person, he then continued that, but after this robot was not agree. He was still confused why he is getting less wages. So rich dad continued that if you have no guts, you will just give every time life pushes you. If you are that kind of person, you will live your life by playing safe around. Every time you you will be scared of taking risks. Why? Because you are scared of the life pushes you around. You get ties by why these things are happening to me. But these things are happening to it is happened to all the person around this world, because of human being have waste on some not go into that. It is part of it's another topic. What is said that if you take step, you will conscious about taking every step, and you will play it safe, and you will always wait for the right moment that anything magic will happen here, and it will change everything. Because most people waited for this time, which will never happen. Okay, remember this. So he then told him that you complained me that you get low wages for this job, and this thing is done by most of the employees. They didn't ask about how to make money. They just ask for loan for job or their pay raise. So this is the way most people live their life. Hence they are not rich, and they always blame that you should tax this to do taxes, why they are rich. But they didn't know that the way they are living their life, it is the problem. They are the problem. Because of them they are just not becoming rich, because they are not. If you stop blaming others for if you think that he or she or it is the problem, then you will expect it to those people to change for you, or those things to be changed for you, those scenarios to be changed for you. But it never gonna happen. It's very difficult to change everything around you. It is more easier if you think that you are the problem, that I am responsible for this thing, I am not doing this thing, that's why I am not getting this thing. Always keep the attitude like this. Okay, that is that wanted to say to a 9-year-old robot here, that you should always think that you are the problem. Because if you think that you are the problem, then you will try to change yourself. But if you think the world is around you is the problem, it is very difficult to change the world than to change yourself. So this is the lesson that rich dad want to teach him. So he continued, and so in this way he can understand that poor and the middle class family always work for money, but rich make the money work from them. This is the difference between poor, middle class and rich people. So rich always, you can see here that most of the people just they think that more money will solve the problem, but it's never gonna happen. If you want to become a rich, if you want to make the money work for you, you have to follow my instruction. That's the rich dad told him specifically. Because these things from my experience, which he have shared this with 9-year-old kid Robert. See here, if you are getting angry, why I am getting so much low pay, I deserve more. Okay, so in this case you are feared of not getting anything. You just work more harder to get more money. But always remember that to earn more money, your anger that you must. Both people have anger. The poor people and rich people have something grudge about something that they didn't get it. But what the poor people do, they always think that more money, if they work hard, earn more money, their problem will be solved. But this will not solve that problem for a long run. To make it change yourself, you have to think in a rich dad attitude, like use that anger to make it your passion. Most people work as a fear of losing money, of losing something and not getting something, because of the fear that run them. The fear should not run you. Fear should not control your mind. Always anger and passion or love should control your mind. Okay, that's the rich dad want to convince him. If you want to learn to work for money, then go to school. Rich dad continue that after talking to Robert. Rich dad again continue that if you want to learn to work for money, go to school, and if you want to learn how the money work for you, I will teach you that. Okay, that's rich dad told him. So he continued that it is the fear that most people, and there is fear that triggered most people to work for money, that they always have fear in their mind that they will lose something. That's why they work for money only, and they never get that much amount of money, and they complain about everything. Okay, that's the most people do. So it is the fear of bills they have to pay. It is a fear that they might get fired. Because of this fear, they always tend to work for money instead of working for. If you go into this, that why it is the only way that Robert then disagree with him, that why. So what does this mean that we shouldn't work for money? We shouldn't earn money. That's what Robert told him. Is that Rich Dad gave him a smile and told him that this is not what I am trying to say. I am trying to just to say here, you should not let the fear to control your emotion. That's what I want to say. And if you take it in a long run, the job which you are doing will not pay you fully. Some of the money will taken by government as a tax, so you are not getting what you are working for. And you can note the point here also. So you are taxed when you earn, you are taxed when you are saved, you are taxed when you are dead. So you can, and most people didn't get for what they work for. Okay, so better to work as a smart than harder. When it comes to finance, okay, told Robert that most of the employee always work for money because of fear and greed, nothing more. First, fear of money make us to work more hard, and when we get paycheck, the greed drive us to earn more and work harder more. Okay, so you are getting it all the fall into a you can say rat race here. Okay, just wake up in the morning, go for job, earn money, save money, then pay tax, then again wake up in the morning and earn money, and the cycle continue. This is the race that didn't want Robert to follow. If you follow me, the way I will teach you how to make money work for you, you will definitely become a wealthy and prosperous and happy young man. Okay, that's what it teach him 9-year-old Robert. Okay, but yeah, you might agree that then the teacher, lawyer shouldn't work. They should let the money work from them. But doctor, lawyer and all the others are important to society. It is important, they are important. I'm not saying that they should leave that thing and leave that job because they are working for money. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that don't let fear and greed to control your emotion to work for money. That's what I'm saying. Okay, if you are a doctor, you are a lawyer, you can also become rich by following the instruction. But if you see that many of the doctors, well-known doctors, struggle financially because they didn't know how the money works. Okay, most people will say that yeah, I will have fear because of fear drive me to earn money. Yeah, it is true, but whenever the fear drive you, didn't think that you get a job and earn money and it will solve your problem. You just think in a different way. Is there any alternate way to do this? Okay, that's what Rich Dad want to say to Robert. You always remember that he told him that always remember that job is only temporary solution to permanent problem. Okay, so he then told him that instead of let the fear control you, you just think in a different, use the fear favor of you, not in against you. Okay, most people use the fear against them and they work harder every day, and they get into the trap of rat race. Okay, that's Rich Dad didn't want the Robert to do. Main cause of poverty or financial breakdown is because of because of fear and ignorance. Economy or the government or the rich people are not the problem. The problem lies because of the handling of money. Okay, by different people in a different way. Okay, Rich Dad want to say here. You can see here, you might not disagree with what Robert say here, because this is the way the rich makes money. Okay, if it is followed by most of the people, then economy will rises and there will be more money, and everything price will goes down. Most people live there chasing paycheck, getting more rise, because of the fear and desire. And this dad point to the picture which he adored in his while, that one man was sitting in a donkey and use a fishing hook and attach a carrot to it and show the donkey, and the donkey will see the carrot and moves around. But it's the same thing is following by most of people. If the donkey know that is just a illusion, the carrot is just a illusion, he think that what he think, the donkey think that if he walk more, he will get more carrots. That's what he is thinking. But the more carrot will not solve the problem. He will continue to following the rat race. You are getting it? That's the point. Giving an example of donkey and carrot here. Tomorrow there will be more carrots. Same goes for money. People are chasing the money and think that more money will solve their problem. So what intensify fear and desire is ignorance. The ignorance of lack of knowledge. They didn't have any idea. That's also desired them that if they don't know nothing about money, so they must work hard and save money. That's the only way, because of the lack of knowledge. This is the way Rich Dad want to teach here. Okay. He then told Robert that he's chasing a life and living the life according to your paycheck is really a way to live a life. So Robert was then confused. He think that he might be. All the things are now making sense to Robert. Okay, he come to know that that Rich Dad is saying something. He's up to something. So don't let money run your life. That's what he want to teach here. Suppose for example, Rich Dad told Robert that let me give you an example how the because of this the world around change you, because of the compound effect. First of all, if doctor have fear of more money, he will raise his pay because raising a pay which make health more expensive, and it directly affect the people who don't have money and who are poor. Okay, they will do then the community supporting them will raise their price. Then the government at the end government raise their taxes. So it will affect all the poor class and the middle class family. Okay, so that's what Robert want to say, that one emotion of fear control the whole system, which needs to be changed here. Okay, and the most important thing, Robert, is that you didn't learn this lesson from school. Okay, most of the people learn it from parents who themselves have no idea about how money works. Okay, school teaches you only how to work for money, which basically save the mindset of every individual. Most of you can say that why then MBA has their MBA are teaching you to earn money, but in long run it just make you a high paid slave, nothing more. Okay, if you don't learn how the money works for them, completing your MBA to make you only high paid slave, you will definitely reach, but you will have fear of losing your all money because you have no idea how money works. Okay, this is the case that interestingly Rich Dad want to teach him. So he told to inspire Robert to think in an alternate way instead of day in and day out to earn more money. So he suggested that you work for free. Then he told him that if I raise your money, you will be greediness and fear. You will accept to work for. But if I let you work free for me, would you work? And Robert, after careful thinking, as a 9-year-old mind, he think about all the things. He think that let me think about some alternative way. So you can see that how he saved his mind of a child. In this way, you can also save your mind of a child in early childhood. In this way, you make him aware of how money work for them. Okay, then they will learn it. So he will continue to work his dad for free, and he think about alternate way how to earn money. So one day he got that thing. He saw some one of the employee of his dad taking old comics book to the to throw it out because no one is reading that. So he found it idea that he created his own library and Mike has his business partner, fix some charges like 10 cents or 50 cents for as admission fee, and all the people around them, all the children can read the comics for 2 hours, unlimited comics for 2 hours, which paying some admission fee. Okay, so this is the first business idea Robert think about. He didn't think that I should work more and earn more money. So you can see that how the Rich Dad have change the mindset of Robert, that how money works for them. Okay, so he then learned that the money works for them because sometime he made Mike's sister as an accountant, and she control all the money, and most of the time they weren't there. They enjoyed their baseball game and something that, but money come in their office, money come in their hand without, although they are physically present there. So in this way he learned his first student how money work for them. So this is the first lesson taught by his dad, and Robert learned his lesson, and so that's all for all. In the next lesson I will discuss about in the second chapter what Robert has discussed. So second chapter I guess is, so in second session, why teach financial literacy. This will be the topic of lesson of this book, which I will discuss in the next video. Okay, so thanks for watching. See you soon.